So you want to read more books, but who has the time, right? Well, in this explainer, we are going to show you how to absolutely crush your reading goals. And here's the secret. It has nothing to do with willpower. It's about making reading the easiest, most obvious choice you make all day. This is probably the #1 reason I hear from people. You know the one. Oh, I'd love to read more, I don't have the time. And yeah, it totally feels true. But what if I told you that the problem isn't a lack of time? What if it's something else entirely? Okay, be honest. Have you ever looked at your phone's screen time report? For most of us, it is a genuinely shocking number. We're talking 3, 4, sometimes even more hours a day. So see, the time isn't missing. It's just getting pulled into something else, one mindless scroll at a time. Now look, this isn't about making you feel bad about your screen time. Not at all. The real secret to reading, dozens of books a year, it isn't about just being more disciplined or having superhuman willpower. The real issue and the fix is actually way simpler, and honestly, it's much more powerful. It sounds almost too simple to be true, right? But the secret to a better reading life, it's not about magically finding more time. It's about changing your environment. It's all about setting up your world so that reading becomes the easiest thing to do, the path of least resistance. Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, we start by hacking the spaces around us. Let's dive into how you can redesign your physical and, yes, your digital life to make picking up a book the default action, not just some afterthought. All right, this is called the pillow rule, and trust me, it is an absolute game changer. Here's what you do. Charge your phone in another room overnight, not on your nightstand. So when you get into bed, the only thing you can easily reach is a book or a Kindle. Bam! You've just completely eliminated the temptation for that one last scroll, and you've made reading the most natural way to wind down. And hey, the exact same idea applies to your digital space, right? Most of us, we open Instagram or TikTok out of just pure unconscious muscle memory. Our thumb just goes there. So we have to break that reflex, redesign your home screen, take those distracting apps and bury them deep inside a folder, and then put your reading apps like Kindle or Audible right where your thumb wants to land. Okay, so we've got your environment sorted. But next, we have to talk about your mindset. A lot of our worst reading habits actually come from school. Remember when reading felt like a chore, something you had to do before a big test? Yeah, it's time to unlearn all of that. So to start, I want you to give yourself 2 really critical permissions, okay? First, if a book is boring you, just put it down. I'm serious. Life is way too short to slog through a book you're not enjoying. And second, you absolutely do not have to read just one book at a time. Go ahead, be a non-monogamous reader, have a few on the go, a nonfiction, a novel, an audiobook, and just pick up whatever fits your mood. Honestly, this might be the best piece of reading advice you will ever get. Forget about the books you think you should be reading. Don't force yourself to read some classic just because you feel obligated to. Start with what you genuinely love. I don't care if it's thrillers, romance, comics, whatever. The goal here is to build a habit, to find the pure joy in it again. Your taste for other stuff, that'll come later, I promise. So many of us have this image in our heads that to be a reader, you need a cozy fireplace and like 2 hours of uninterrupted silence. That's just not realistic. The real magic happens when you start finding all those little hidden pockets of time that are already scattered throughout your day, just waiting for you. Okay, this is what I call the multitasking rule, and it's basically a superpower. Think about any time your hands are busy but your mind is free. Doing the dishes, driving to work, at the gym, those are perfect opportunities for an audiobook. You can literally create an extra hour or more of reading time every single day, out of thin air. And here's a little pro tip for you. Speed it up. Most audiobook narrators, they speak pretty slowly and clearly. You can totally train your brain to listen at 1.5 times speed, or even 2 times speed, without losing any comprehension. You'll start flying through your reading list twice as fast. It's awesome. All right, if you're the kind of person who gets motivated by seeing progress bars fill up and stats go up, then you need to gamify your reading. Start tracking it. Use an app like Goodreads, create your wanna read list, and log every book you finish. I'm telling you, watching that book's read number climb, it gives you this amazing sense of accomplishment and it just makes you want to keep going. Okay, so we've redesigned our environment, we've rebooted our habits, but the final piece of the puzzle, and honestly the most powerful one, happens inside your own head. It's all about shifting how you see yourself. James Clear talks about this in his book Atomic Habits. He says the most powerful way to change your behavior for good is to change your identity. So stop saying things like, I'm trying to read more. Instead, start telling yourself and actually believing, I am a reader. This isn't just some silly mental trick. It's a deep, fundamental shift that starts to guide all of your actions automatically. So what does a reader do? Well, when a reader has 5 minutes of downtime, maybe waiting in line for coffee, their first instinct isn't to pull out their phone and scroll social media. Their instinct is to pull out their book or open their Kindle app just to get a few pages in. See? Once you truly believe in that identity, the right habits, they just start to follow. So, let's just end on that thought. The next time you have a spare 5 minutes, in line somewhere, on your commute, right before you go to sleep, ask yourself this one question. What do you reach for? Your answer, that's your new story.